At the early stage of life, Siddhartha is not ready to follow the footsteps of Lord Buddha. He departs from Buddha like a snake left by its own skin. Siddhartha plans to emerge as a new man. He was not aware about himself and he felt as an alien. He realizes the fact that he has lost his own path going in search of Atman and Brahman. So he decides to follow his own path through self learning and not to gain wisdom through scriptures. Siddhartha was awakened by looking at the mysterious, colorful, and wonderful world. He felt being stupid and deaf like a snake. He no longer yearned to be a Brahmin, making offerings and doing meditations. The awakened Siddhartha hovers aimlessly. He admires the natural world. He spends his night in a ferryman's hut. The ferryman helps Siddhartha to cross the river. Siddhartha does not pay the ferryman. The ferryman prophesies the return of Siddhartha to the same river. At the bank of the river, a young woman tries to tempt and seduce Siddhartha. He escapes from the clutches of this lady and falls a prey when he meets the beautiful Kamala who was carried in her sedan chair. He changes his hairstyle and starts to wear fine clothes bearing gifts to impress Kamala. She teaches him the art of love. Siddhartha decides to follow her teachings. Siddhartha takes a new avatar of a gentleman. With the advice of Kamala, he moves to work with a rich merchant of the city, Kamaswami. As Siddhartha was good in reading and writing, he was offered a job as protege. But Siddhartha did not show much involvement in his job. Kamaswami takes great effort to motivate the man, but of no use. On the other hand, Siddhartha is excited to the world of love. He works hard to buy gifts and clothes necessary to impress Kamala. Siddhartha's love with Kamala is to gain a deeper insight about love that will enable him to achieve enlightenment. Siddhartha is able to comprehend the emptiness and futility concealed behind this material world and how it is seizing him from the path of enlightenment. Siddhartha, for the first time, talks to Kamala about Gautama Buddha. He claims that Buddha, the exalted one, is a man of internal wisdom who is spreading his teachings to thousands of his followers. One night, Siddhartha departs away from Kamala. Kamala is frustrated to hear the departure of Siddhartha. She feels awakened at the advent of his disappearance and decides not to invite any other lovers in her life. Soon she realizes that she has become pregnant with Siddhartha's child. Siddhartha ponders over his past journey and wanders aimlessly. He returns to the same riverbank and tries to end his life. When Siddhartha tries to kill himself, the mantra Om rings within him. The spirit of Siddhartha gets awakened and he goes in search of the Buddhist monk. Siddhartha meets Vasudeva, the unpaid ferryman, at the bank of the river. He asks the ferryman to accept him as his companion and teach him the wisdom of inner peace. Vasudeva consents to teach him about the grandeur of the river. Siddhartha gains wisdom about the river from Vasudeva. Kamala, hearing about the dying condition of Gautama, hurries along with her 11-year-old son to see Siddhartha. With the help of a ferryman, she tries to reach Siddhartha, but a snake bites her. Siddhartha and Vasudeva tries to rescue her, but she dies. Before she dies, she informs the boy about his father. Siddhartha takes care of the boy, but the boy disliked his father. One morning, the boy flees away from the house, stealing the wealth of Vasudeva. Siddhartha strives hard to find the boy but fails. Vasudeva brings Siddhartha to their home by the river. Vasudeva believes that the river can soothe the heart of a broken man. So he instructs Siddhartha to listen to the river and find solace and peace. One day, Govinda reaches the river bank to meet a wise man who lives there. He meets Siddhartha but does not recognize his friend. He claims that he is a follower of Gautama but has come to attain the kind of enlightenment that Siddhartha radiates and asks Siddhartha to teach him. Siddhartha tells Govinda to kiss him on the forehead. When Govinda kisses Siddhartha, he receives all the knowledge of Siddhartha and thereby achieves enlightenment.